Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, word to my brethren all around the world watching this video. Hope you're having a great day today as you're tuning in. Do yourself a damn favor and smash that subscribe button. Fucking click. Smash the subscribe button. And surely you will not be disappointed. Now, I'm sorry for cursing. I'm just a little excited. Sometimes I get a little excited. I start cursing a little bit. So we're working on it. But, hey, it's just something I'm being honest with you guys. But making this video, okay, I'm a little bit excited because this guy, when I watch him fight, I'm not gonna lie, you know, he's a prospect, but I feel almost disrespectful calling him a prospect because he's so damn skilled and complete. So I don't even want to call him a prospect. But there's a guy on the come up who I'm a massive fan of. I'm becoming a massive fan of his. You know, he's not from the South Florida area. He's a Brooklyn native, but you know, he did a lot of training here in South Florida. I got friends that know him, like my boy Christian Nones knows this guy. My man Slick Vic from, I don't know if he's at Flacco's gym now, but he's training at Flacco's gym. He knows this man. He knows this fighter. And we're talking about the man Teofimo Lopez. Okay, Teofimo Lopez, fresh off of a sensational performance, another sensational performance over Diego Magdaleno. Just beat him up, stopped him. It was a conclusive, destructive, sensational, whatever positive adjective you can use. It was that for Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo, man, what can we say about him? You know, this is a guy who right now is campaigning at lightweight. He is, you know, 11 fights into his professional career. You know, Teofimo, I don't like to give fighters accolades they don't deserve, but I mean, this prescription of my glasses works pretty well. You know, I've seen some of these other prospects, and I'll say it like this, man. The way I see it, Teofimo Lopez is the best young prospect in all of American boxing. Better than Devin Haney, okay? Way better than Ryan Garcia. The guy is a complete fighter, and more importantly than the skills he has, it's the mentality. It's the way he talks about himself. He has the right amount of self-belief. It's not cockiness, but it's the right amount of self-belief. And it's not, and you can tell when he talks, it's not coming from a place of he's trying to convince himself. He really believes the shit that comes out of his mouth, and that's why I rock with Teofimo Lopez. Now, I'm making this video to say this. I'm making this video to say this, and I will say it like this. If Lomachenko wants to put his big boy pants on, because look, I like Lomachenko. He's a great fighter. I've stuck up for him many times on this channel. I think he's a fantastic fighter. I'm a fan of Lomachenko. But the whole Pacquiao, how he dug Pacquiao, I lost a little respect for him. So I'm going to say it like this. If Lomachenko wants to put his big boy pants on and fight someone who's really going to give him a big problem later on this year, he needs to fight this young buck Teofimo Lopez. This right here, as far as I'm concerned, you know, I know Lomachenko's got a fight with Richard Commey, and you know, I wish Richard Commey the best of luck. He can punch. He's a good fighter. You know, he's world champion, newly crowned world champion. But he will go in as an underdog, and he has a puncher's chance of winning. And Lomachenko should beat Commey. So in the event that that Lomachenko does beat Commey, he needs to see this guy. He needs to see Teofimo Lopez, because this guy right here, unless Commey scores an upset, this guy right here is the man to beat Lomachenko. At 21 years old, 11 fights in, I think this kid is the man to beat Lomachenko. Teofimo Lopez can do it all in the ring. I mean, the guy is an excellent counter puncher. He rolls with shots well. He counters off of them well. He throws a pretty good jab. He throws up jabs. He has good head movement. He is a complete fighter with a complete skill set, who at the age of 21 is fighting well beyond his years, in my humble opinion. And you know what? I'll give him bigger praise. You see this guy behind me? You see this guy behind me right here, pretty boy Floyd Mayweather? I'm not saying he's as good as pretty boy Floyd Mayweather, but what I will say is when I watch him fight, I see a lot of pretty boy Floyd Mayweather in Teofimo Lopez. Particularly, like, for example, when he fought Diego Magdaleno just this past week in the I believe it was the 7th round when he scored the knockdown. The way he just leaped in with the left hook and then followed up after it, it reminded me very much of when Floyd Mayweather fought Diego Corrales, and he would jump in with the left hook and he stunned him and knocked him down. It looked very reminiscent to that for me, okay? And the way he talks, the way he believes in himself, you know, they asked him about, you know, fighting Lomachenko. He said, look, I would love to fight Lomachenko, but my goal is not to fight Lomachenko. My goal is to fight for titles, you know? I'm not waiting for him. I'm not waiting for no man, because I'm Teofimo Lopez. I'm not about to be treated as an opponent. So he has till this year to fight me, or I'm moving up to 140. So I like the way he's conducted himself. And you know what? Fuck it. I want to see Lomachenko versus Teofimo Lopez in 2019. That is such a great fight to be made. I know a lot of people are going to be saying Teofimo's too green, and I can see why. But he's scheduled to fight. He's slated to fight. His next fight will be on the undercard of Amir Khan versus Terrence Crawford on the pay-per-view. They were saying that a couple days before he fought Magdaleno, it was reported that he will face potentially Jose Pedraza later this year. And Pedraza is coming off that loss to Lomachenko. It's something that's been talked about in the top-ranked stable, in the top-ranked camp, in the top-ranked side of things. And honestly, that's a fight, I'll go out on a limb right now. This is no disrespect to Pedraza. Respect to him. He's done a lot in his career. He got outboxed by Edner Cherry on PBC Tuesday Night Fights. Got a gift. Got stopped by Gervonta Davis. Rebuilt himself. Became world champion. So gotta fight Lomachenko. Didn't do much, but we give him his fair share. I'll tell you right now though, he fights Teofimo. Teofimo Lopez is going to beat the. Teofimo Lopez is going to beat Pedraza in 10 times more devastating fashion than Lomachenko did. Not because Pedraza's a bad fighter. He can box a little bit. He's learned how to use his range a little bit better as his career's went on. But Teofimo is just one of those special talents, man. And he's been getting a lot of hype from the amateur boxing community here in South Florida. I've been hearing his name for many, many years before he was even pro. Okay, straight up. But you're seeing him develop his man strength. You're seeing him, you're seeing him being able to roll with shots. You're seeing him be able to counter punch off the shots. You're seeing him throw up jabs. You're seeing just a complete fight. I know what I'm watching. I know what the fuck I'm watching. I'm seeing a guy who is maturing at a very, very, very rapid rate, at a very, very, very young age, into a special fighter. And I think he is such a special fighter that he can beat Lomachenko in this calendar year. I think he's that good. And I'm not being a person of I really think he's that good. Now, recently, in a article on December the 5th, okay, Kevin Alley wrote a brilliant piece on Teofimo Lopez, and he basically compared Teofimo Lopez to a young pretty boy Floyd Mayweather. And so I know that when I watch him fight, I'm not the only person that thinks this about him. I'm sure if I had a chance to interview Teofimo, or if I went and I listened to enough interviews from him, he would probably say somewhere along the line he was influenced by Floyd Mayweather. I can see it written all over his style. With that being said, here's what Kevin Alley said, and I think this is a very good comparison. This is about comparing Floyd Mayweather after the age of 21 to where Teofimo is now. Here's what he said. He said, I quote, and I'll leave the article in the description for you guys so you can look at it for yourself and come to your own conclusion, your own surmise. So here's what he said. I quote, I remember in 1998 when Floyd Mayweather was still in the early stages of his career. He and his father came to us and asked to fight Gennaro Hernandez. This is top-ranked President Todd DeBow speaking. He and his father came to us and asked to fight Gennaro Chiquinito Hernandez. Bob Arum and I said, what? Are you crazy? Floyd was still a developing fighter, and Gennaro was maybe the best guy in the division at that point. But Floyd was so confident that he had no doubt that it would happen. That's how this kid Lopez is. He thinks he can beat Lomachenko. He's got the incredible confidence and self-belief. And just so you know, because it is worth noting, if you go and you look at the Ring Magazine annual ratings, and I'll leave screenshots for you so you guys know I'm not lying. So this will be in the description as well. So go check the description as I'm speaking. Floyd Mayweather, before he fought Gennaro Hernandez, okay? So if you go on Ring Magazine, you can actually pull up, or Box Rec, you can actually pull up the Ring Magazines from May of 1998. Floyd Mayweather fought Gennaro Hernandez later on in 1998. At the time of May 1998, Gennaro Chiquinito Hernandez was the #1 junior lightweight in the world. The top 5 looked like this. He fought Arturo Gatti was 2, Young Soul Choi was 3, Roberto Garcia was 4, Angel Manfredi was 5. Then you go down the list and you don't really see Floyd anywhere, right? You go to the next year, which was April 1999. Floyd Mayweather is ranked the #1 junior lightweight because he had defeated Gennaro Chiquinito Hernandez. You see what I'm saying? So he was a guy in Floyd, early in his career, he took a calculated risk, a calculated gamble. He saw a guy he thought he could beat, had the confidence in himself to do it, and he went ahead and beat him. And here we have a guy in Lopez. Obviously, there is a massive gap. No disrespect to the late, great Gennaro Hernandez. God bless him, God rest his soul. But there's a massive gap in skills between that of a Lomachenko and that of a Gennaro Chiquinito Hernandez. Lomachenko is a significantly better fighter than Gennaro Hernandez was. So it is a bigger jump. But it's the same scenario. It's history in boxing repeating itself. Teofimo Lopez, he has and he oozes a lot of this man right here, pretty boy Floyd Mayweather. And I think, it could be history playing itself out again. It's a bigger fight than Gennaro Hernandez and Floyd Mayweather was. It's a more important fight to boxing than Gennaro Hernandez and Floyd Mayweather was, but it's the same sort of scenario, and I think he's good enough to make boxing history repeat itself, and I really want to see this fight. So look, Lomachenko, I want to give him a bit of a pass, okay? Even though I'm angry at him and I'm talking my shit about him, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, okay? Pacquiao was in a different weight class, okay? You can have it, all right? Whatever. I'm pissed off about it, but have it. Fight this guy right here. If you're able to go in there and beat Comey, who will be no pushover. Granted, if you go in there and you do your business, I want to see fight this kid in 2019. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You need to be fighting Teofimo Lopez. He's calling for the fight. He wants to fight. I can see it in his eyes. I can see it in his body language. I can see it in the way he talks. He wants to fight Lomachenko. And when you look at the measurables of the two fighters, like for example, you got Teofimo Lopez. Where is that? Teofimo Lopez is what, 5'8" with a 68.5-inch reach advantage. 68.5-inch reach. Lomachenko is pushing what? Lomachenko is pushing what? 5'7" with a 65. So Teofimo's got the 3-inch reach advantage. He's got, he's younger. He's 9 years younger than Lomachenko. He's more, in my opinion, he's packing a way bigger punch at lightweight, way bigger punch than Lomachenko at lightweight. And I would venture to say, I mean, if we look at the guys Lomachenko's fought from, let's see, Mariaga, Rigondeaux, Linares, yeah. Teofimo Lopez, if Lomachenko would get in the ring with him, is hands down the most athletic fighter he's ever fought. He'd be probably the most confident fighter he's ever fought, because, I mean, shit, how confident could Linares have been going into the fight? Linares is the guy that had been stopped many times in his career before he fought Teofimo. Granted, he was on a 5-fight win streak. He had, but still, it was a big fight. I thought the stage was a bit too big for him, even though he performed well. Pedraza, I mean, come on, nobody thought he was going to win. Rigondeaux, beaten man before he got in the ring. Mariaga, brought up from another weight class. Sosa, a good fighter, but didn't have enough in the tank to beat Lomachenko. Nicholas Walters, a very good fighter at one point in his career, but didn't have enough of this, in my opinion. Then you have Gary Russell, also another guy, didn't have enough of this to hang in Lomachenko. So what I'm saying, I think Teofimo has this, he has this, and he has just so much going for him. And I would venture to say that maybe he needs a fight or two more, but I mean, if the kid is asking for the fight and he thinks he can beat Lomachenko, there's some fighters in boxing who are, the bigger the stage is, the bigger the lights are, the better they'll perform. And look, we don't know until Teofimo actually gets in the ring with Lomachenko or another A-level fighter like that. But he strikes me as one of those guys that when the lights are bigger, when the pressure is on, when there's a better fighter in front of him, he's gonna perform. And he quoted Floyd Mayweather. Look, the guy fights like Floyd a lot, the pretty boy Floyd. He even talks like him. He even said, "Put him in front of me, and I beat him," and that's what he said about Lomachenko. So, I really want to see it, man. This right here, I am labeling Teofimo Lopez in this video as the man to beat Lomachenko, the man to, because Lomachenko hasn't lost since the second fight against Lito, and a lot of people don't even think he lost that fight. This is the man to really legitimately not just beat Lomachenko. I think he can stop Lomachenko, because we saw when he fought Linares. Linares was very active. Linares had very intelligent, crafty footwork. He was able to set a really good trap for Lomachenko in the middle stages of that fight. Lomachenko was trying to get his foot on the outside of Linares' foot. He wasn't. He walked right into a straight right hand, and it was a flash knockdown, knocked him down. But I'm just saying, Linares ain't punching like Teofimo. Okay, he ain't punching like Teofimo. Teofimo has the kind of punches and the kind of punching power and the speed of his punches to hit Lomachenko with something he doesn't see. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, man, I know a lot of people are saying it's too early for Teofimo. I think after his next fight, if he's able to go in there and fight Pedraza, he's gonna do a demolition job with Pedraza, in my humble opinion. And then after that, people should be clamoring for Lomachenko fight. I mean, because look at lightweight right now. Assuming Lomachenko beats Comey, which he should, but Comey's not a walk in the park. Who's he gonna fight? If Mikey Garcia fights Spence and gets battered by him, like many people expect, people are really gonna want to see that fight. And then you look at the rest of the division. There's not really anybody too crazy in the top 10. So Teofimo's a guy. I mean, you want to see Lomachenko fight Devin Haney? What the fuck's Devin Haney gonna do to Lomachenko? He's not gonna do anything to Lomachenko. You want to see him fight Tevin? Was it Tevin Farmer? I think he's in the division. I don't remember. But even if he was, like, what would a guy like Tevin Farmer do to Lomachenko? Nothing. Tank Davis not gonna fight Lomachenko either. So I'm just saying, man, this is a guy that wants to fight. He's with the same promotional company. To my man Alex, who wants to dick ride Lomachenko, because I know Alex loved Lomachenko and made every excuse in the world for Lomachenko not to fight Manny Pacquiao. The guy's in the same weight class, so there's literally no excuse. If Egis, Klimas, and Lomachenko don't take this fight this year, it's a duck. The guy is calling you out. He thinks he can beat you, and he said he's not waiting for you. So, and he should have had to, because he can. I mean, Teofimo strikes me as a pretty smart guy. He can go on Ring Magazine, look at the top 10, and see that the top 10 ain't really shit outside of Lomachenko. You know, there ain't really a whole lot of guys you would think could go in there and challenge him. So I'm not trying to disrespect nobody, but I'm just saying this is a guy with special skills, special talent, special confidence, special self-belief, and he's putting together a very good. Like his last 3 wins, he's been stepping up gradually, fight by fight. You know, he fought veteran William Silva, who most of us remember for fighting Felix Verdejo a couple years ago. He went the full 12 with Felix Verdejo when Verdejo was getting a lot of hype, and he was supposed to be the next top-ranked guy. You know, Verdejo don't look so good in that fight. Teofimo fought him, stopped his ass. Fought Mason Menard. Mason Menard went the full 12 with Devin Haney. Mason Menard, you know, knocked out the. Had some Showbox knockout of the had some knockout of the year candidate type of fights when he was on Showbox. Got knocked out by Ray Beltran in the middle later rounds. You know, Teofimo got his ass out of there in 1 round. You know, he fights Diego Magdaleno, a guy that, okay, yeah, Terry Flanagan stopped him in 2 rounds, but I mean, I would argue that the way he was beating Magdaleno in the second in this fight was more impressive than Terry Flanagan, in my humble opinion. You know, he showed the whole, he carried him, he showed the whole array of punches and skill sets. So Teofimo Lopez is having some great performances, and I think, okay, Pedraza will be that final step up, because Pedraza's been a world champion, he's been in big fights, okay, he's a name, he's a fought Lomachenko. He goes in there, he beats Pedraza in impressive fashion the way he's been doing to these other 3 guys. Lomachenko's got to be next. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So I'm going to leave it like that. I think Teofimo will be a very live dog in the fight Lomachenko. I just think Lomachenko is not a big lightweight. Lomachenko, Teofimo's craftiness, his counter punching, his up jab, you know, there's the things that he keeps showing fight by fight. Just impressive fighter. To my opinion, the best young American prospect in all of boxing. I'm going to leave it at that. So, Teofimo Lopez, the man to defeat Lomachenko. Lomachenko versus Lopez, 2019, top ranked. Bob Arum, the Bobfather. Make the damn fight happen. And fight fans, if you haven't seen Teofimo, if you want to see this fight, demand the fight, because it's a fight that I really want to see. I'm sure I'm not the only one out there that wants to see that wants to see this fight. I can definitely say I'm a fan of Teofimo, and he's doing big things in the sport of boxing. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, and like I say in every single one of my videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.